5 minutes, Mr. Lamb.
Thank you.
5 minutes, Rattus.
Thank you.
If mummies, rats and fleas ain't your thing, and you don't like the sound of an exploding king, if you're easily scared and don't laugh at poo, you better turn off this show. And for you still watching, then let's test your brains with Horrible History's Gory Games. Horrible History's Gory Games.
Hello and welcome to Gory Games with me, Dave Lamb.
And me, Rattus.
Rattus, when was the last time you washed?
I had a shower just this morning.
Oh, yeah. In the sewer, presumably.
Obviously.
Oh, dear. Jeff! Sorry about that, Jeff. It's probably going to stain a little bit, that. OK, let's crack on and meet our horrible historians.
My name's Carla and I'm from Glasgow.
Hello, Calla.
My name's Jane, I'm from Portsmouth.
Hello, Jay.
Hi, I'm Ellie and I'm from Northwich.
Hello, Ellie.
Welcome, everyone. You are all playing to win year spheres. At the end of the show, the person with the highest year score will win a prize as selected by Rattus.
Oh, yes, and have I got a prize for you today? No, really, have I? Because I can't remember if I've got one or not.
You've got one, all right. Even I can smell it.
Oh, yeah, that's right, I have. And it's a really good one, too.
So, on with the show, and to find out what our first round is all about, it's over to the Gory Grid.
It's the Slimy Stewarts.
So, 4 questions on Stewarts coming up. The person who gets the most right wins the first year sphere. And your 4 Stewart topics are Charles I, Charles II, Moliere, and cures. So, Ellie, you get to pick first in this opening round. What would you like?
Can I have Charles II, please?
That is a question from Rattus.
True or false? Charles II used to rub powdered poodle onto his skin.
Is that true or is that false? Let's have your answers, please. All right, Calla and Jay agreeing with true. Ellie has gone for false. Rattus, what's the correct answer?
It's false, but he did rub ancient Egyptian mummy dust onto his skin. He believed it would keep him strong and wise.
Oh, yes, rubbing dead old Egyptian all over your skin. Very wise, that is. Well done, Ellie. You're off the mark. Superb start. Jay, your turn to pick a category. What would you like?
Cures, please.
True or false? If you were bleeding heavily, a Stewart cure was to write Jennifer on your left thumb.
Is that true or is that false? OK, Ellie and Jay have gone for true. Calla has gone for false. Let's find out what the answer is.
It's false! Obviously that wouldn't work. You had to write Veronica.
Of course you did. Veronica, much more sensible than Jennifer. Well done, Calla. That's a point for you. OK, and it's your turn to pick a category. What would you like?
Charles I, please.
True or false? When Charles I was a young prince, if he misbehaved in lessons, he was given a severe whipping.
Answer that question now, please. Everyone's gone for true. Are they all right or all wrong?
It's false. The prince was not allowed to be beaten, so he had a whipping boy called Will Murray. If Charles misbehaved, the teachers beat his friend instead.
Imagine if I had a whipping boy, eh? I'd be even more badly behaved.
Yes, to be honest, I'm not sure that's possible. But you're all still in this round, the final question of which is on Moliere. All good news, Rattus. This is a question from Death.
No!
True or false? The famous French actor and playwright Moliere had a stupid death on stage while playing the role of a doctor.
Is that true or false? Let's see those answers, please. Everyone's gone for true. Death, are they all right or all wrong?
It's false! Moliere was actually playing the part of a hypochondriac, someone who thinks they're ill when they're not. But turns out he actually was ill. He died. Very funny. Actually, I feel like death, which is fine, because I am death. Keep up.
No points in that one, and that means the score is 1 to Ellie, 1 to Calla, and none for Jay. So just for the moment, Jay, you are history. The 2 girls are going into a tiebreaker. Beginning with the letter B, which fruit was new and exciting in Stuart? Ellie.
Banana.
Banana is absolutely right. Congratulations, Ellie. You have won the quiz, which means it's time for you to choose your year sphere, and it's time for me to say, all hail the potty pyramid. Gasp at its pointiness. Ellie, help yourself to a year sphere. Tremendous work. Winning the Stewart quiz means that Ellie is automatically through to play the Stewart game. But will she be alone, or will everyone else get to play? Let's find out. It's an all-play silly game, so that means it's off down the time sewer with a whole lot of you. Go on, Calla, lead us off.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh.
Yes, it does stink rather badly. When Oliver Cromwell had his portrait painted by Dutch artist Peter Lely, he insisted it be truthful, complete with blemishes, pimples, warts and all. It's time to play...
What are you looking at?
3 portraits of Oliver Cromwell, but something is missing. Where are his warts? Your challenge, to fire warts onto your portraits. The person with the most warts on Cromwell's face in the time limit wins the year sphere. So pick up those paintbrushes as your time starts now. And away they go. One landing instantly there from Calla. Tremendous first effort. Not quite such an explosive start from Jay and Ellie, but they're doing nicely too. Oh, but there's Calla. Oh, it's a second one. She really knows how to flick a wart. Goodness knows where she's learnt to do that. Jay now sizing one up. And he's off the mark. Have you ever had any warts, Rattus?
Mainly on the bottom, Dave.
OK, I wish I hadn't asked that question. Right on the nose, thankfully, from Ellie. It's Red Nose Day for Cromwell. Oliver Cromwell, of course, also had moles, but we thought a little bit tricky to flick moles.
They also squeak very loudly when they hit things.
They do. When they impact, they make an awful racket, don't they, Rattus? Yeah. So, yeah, that's what it sounds like. It's awful. Absolutely horrific to listen to. Ellie is coming from nowhere here. She's up to 3. They're level. Can either of them edge ahead? That's the million-dollar question. Can anyone break the deadlock here? Yes, Ellie gets her 4th.
Dave, if you got someone to paint a portrait of your face without all your blemishes, would there be anything left to paint? Just asking, just asking.
Not answering, not answering. And Ellie leads with 5. Can the others catch up?
30 seconds remaining.
Cromwell's death mask, a wax mould made of his face when he died, shows that the portrait Peter Lely painted was incredibly accurate.
I think you mean dead accurate.
Oh, I think I do. And look at Ellie here. Her technique is remarkable. Her Cromwell is utterly covered in warts. But Calla and Jay are finding their form in these last few seconds. This is very exciting. It's an out-and-out fight here between the girls. Jay, I'm afraid, is not really going to threaten from here, but which of the girls will do it?
Time's up.
Oh, it was so close, but Ellie's bagged herself a year sphere. Very good effort. Ellie, you can go straight and get yourself another year sphere. Pick carefully, though, because the AD dates will be added to your total score. BC dates will be taken away from it. Have you flung warts at anyone before?
No, I've tried to, though.
And how were you with the paddle, Calla, with the flicking action? Did you find it easy?
It starts off quite hard, but then it gets easier.
Right. Well, it was very close between you two girls, but you just came through, Ellie. Well done. Round 2, and to find out what's up next, it's back over to the Gory grid.
It's the measly Middle Ages.
4 questions again, and your 4 topics to choose from are William II, jobs, crime, and bridges. So, Jay, it's your turn to pick first this time. What will you have?
Crime, please.
It's a right tricky one, this. If you committed a crime in the Middle Ages, how long were you allowed to hide in a church? Was it A, 4 days, B, 40 days, or C, forever?
Let's see an answer now, please. Ellie and Jay agreeing on B. Calla has gone with A. What's the answer?
The answer is B. You could claim sanctuary in a church for up to 40 days, and no one was allowed to arrest you.
So the answer was B. Ellie and Jay off the mark in this round. But it is your turn to pick a topic, Calla.
Jobs, please.
That is a prop question. What's the matter with you?
No, my booby trap's broken.
Oh dear! What a terrible shame that is.
That one's still fine, though.
This is the prop. No thanks to Rattus. What we have here is a jar of leeches. Now, in the Middle Ages, you could have a job collecting leeches for medical use. You had to go along to a leech-filled pond and do what? Was it A, drain it, B, fish in it with a net, or C, stand in it? Let's see those answers now, please. You've all said C. The answer is, in fact, C. You'd have to stand in the lake and wait for the leeches to bite, then you'd have to pull them off and bag them. Well done. That's a point for all of you. Superb effort. And Ellie, it is your turn to pick a category.
William II, please.
King William II of England died in a hunting accident in 1100 AD. But what killed him? Was it A, a wild boar, B, his own horse, or C, an arrow?
Let's see your answers now, please. Everyone's gone for C again. Are they all right or are they all wrong?
The answer is C, an arrow. During the hunt, William II was shot in mysterious circumstances by Walter Tyrrell, one of his own men.
Although Walter didn't then have the king's head stuffed and mounted on a wall.
No, he certainly did not. So, a point to everyone there. The last question in this round is on bridges.
If you were on a boat in the Middle Ages, why was it a bad idea to sail under a bridge? A, it was considered bad luck. B, some bridges were public toilets. Or C, people would often throw spears from bridges to catch fish.
Show me your answers now, please. Look at that. Everyone going for a different answer. Let's find out who's right.
The answer is B. Some bridges were public toilets with holes that emptied straight into the river or onto sailors' heads. Ugh.
Yes, the bridges were public toilets. So we could play poo-poos, like poo sticks, only with poos.
I think you'll be playing that one on your own, Rettus. Excellent. Ellie, congratulations. That extra point for you means that you have won yet another year sphere. Congratulations. Help yourself. Ellie, as the winner of the Middle Ages quiz, you're through to play the Middle Ages game. But will you play on your own or will the others join in with you? Let's find out. It's an all-play Gory game. So that means all of you back down that time sewer. Come on, Callum. Bye, Jay.
Oh, the glass all steamed up.
William the Conqueror's funeral was memorable, to say the least. His servants stole his treasure and the church caught fire. It's time to play...
Yakaroo!
You are William's servants, and your challenge is to take his treasure and put it in your chest. All the treasure is colour-coded, and you must only take your own loot. But you'd better be quick, because the church is going to catch fire. Whoever collects the most pieces wins the year sphere. And your time starts now. There they go, into their thieving very, very quickly. Calla making a good start. And Ellie's bagged herself a candlestick already. And there, well, there's Jay. He's got one too. That's excellent. This is all very good. So, the lid's closed. We've not seen this before, Rancis.
We
The
haven't,
lid
Dave.
is closed. I think what she's going to do here is open the lid
lid.
again.
Yeah.
Oh, she's already done it. Well, that wasn't quite as dramatic a moment as we thought, maybe, Rancis.
Sported a bit, really, for me.
Yeah, what a shame. Never mind. Back at the game. Ellie's drawn level with Calla with a lovely little goblet. She's doing very nicely. She's thieving at great speed. Jay seems to be getting a bit hung up with that plate. Meanwhile, Calla has got 4 items already. Terrific stuff. Terrific stuff. Rattus, William's body was so bloated and rotten at his funeral that he exploded. So if we're lucky... Whoa! There he goes. And that has covered Calla in unspeakable goo. That certainly explains why this game is called Yuckaroo. William the Conqueror, R.I.P. Rest in pieces.
Quite literally, Dave,
Yeah.
in pieces.
Yeah.
30 seconds remaining.
Calla, meanwhile, is notching up an impressive haul here. An impressive haul. Jay seems to be stuck on that rather superb goblin, I suppose. And if you see one of those for sale at a market near you, please report it to the police, because it's Jay who's stolen it. It's a race against the clock for the girls here. And it's getting smoky. The fire really taking hold now. Oh, that's a lovely bit of thieving, but I don't think she's got the right colour there.
Time's up.
And Ellie unfortunately fell foul of the colour coding law. And so Calla takes that one by a whisker. Very close game that was. Excellent stuff. And the winner with 6 pieces of treasure was Calla. Help yourself to a year's fee. Right, round 3, and it's over to the Gory grid to find out what's up next.
It's the Nasty Nights.
So 4 questions as always, and here are your 4 night topics. Babies, the Knights of the Bath, messages, and the French Knights. So, Calla, what'll you have?
French Knights, please.
True or false? The French knight Bertrand de Guesclin, born in 1320, was such an ugly child that his parents pretended he wasn't their son.
Let's see your answers, please. Wow, Ellie and Jay going for true. Calla, on her own, with false. What's the answer?
It's true. Despite being their eldest, they made him eat dinner in the stables. Happily, he grew up to be incredibly famous and powerful.
Dave, it sounds like your life story, except for the famous and powerful bit.
OK, let's award points. I'm going to give 1 to Ellie and 1 to Jay. Next question, that is up to you, Ellie. What will you choose?
Can I have messages, please?
That is a question from Rattus.
It certainly is, thank you very much. True or false? Besieged castles kept in touch with friends on the outside by attaching messages to rats.
Let's have a look at your answers. Well, they've all gone for false. Rattus, what is the answer?
Well, it is indeed false, yes. But they did use carrier pigeons, an idea learned from the Saracens in the Middle East.
Although pigeons sometimes landed in the enemy camps, it's true, and gave away all the secrets. Still, a point for each of you. Well played. Jay, your turn to pick a topic.
Knights of the Bath, please.
True or false? In England, so-called Knights of the Bath were knighted whilst in the bath.
Let's see those answers now, please. Well, you've all gone for false. Are you all right or are you all wrong? Let's find out. What's the answer, please?
It's false. Although they did have to bathe before their knighting ceremony, and sometimes they even bathed with the king, which, to be honest, I still find a little weird.
Excellent. That's a point each again. The last category in this round is babies, and the question is this.
Is this true or false? If a baby boy was going to grow up to be a knight, it was traditional that his first mouthful of food was eaten from the tip of his father's sword.
Let's see your answers now, please. Everybody has gone for true. What's the answer?
The answer is, it's true.
I don't know much about health and safety, but that sounds like a bad idea.
Absolutely, and if any of you do have fathers who are knights, please don't eat food from the tip of his sword, particularly if you've only just been born. OK, brilliant. That's another point for everybody. Well played. And look at that. Jay and Ellie, we have a tiebreaker situation. Beginning with the letter S. What weapon would a knight keep in his scabbard?
Sword?
Jay, sword is absolutely right. Well buzzed in. You have won yourself a year's fare. Please take it now.
Have you got a nose for stinkers? I certainly have.
Well done, Jay. You have won the Knights quiz and you're through to play the Knights game. But will you be playing alone or will everyone else get to play with you? Let's find out. It's a single-player game. So get down that time sewer on your own, Jay.
Woohoo!
Well, I hope he's feeling brave because it's time to play
Nightfall!
And this is a stupid death game.
I love this story. In 1291, some crusaders made a nighttime raid on a Saracen camp. But one of them tripped over a tent rope and fell into a toilet hole where he got stuck in poo and drowned. I bet he looked flushed. Flushed! It was a toilet! Anyway, your challenge is to get from one side of the Saracen camp to the other and rescue your friend from the poo pit without waking the sleeping Saracen. Touch a tent rope and the bells will ring. Do it 3 times and it's game over. And your time starts now!
So, here goes Jay through the first set of ropes. He's going for a sort of low-level crawling technique. I've not seen that before, Rattus. Oh, he's trying to rope. No bells yet, though. Very lucky. Oh, he really needs to be up on his feet at this bit. This is a much easier game to play if you're standing up and balancing. Oh, he's rung a bell there. Oh, and he's done it again. That's 2 bells tinkled now.
Nothing worse than a butt tinkle, Dave.
Oh, that really was a genuine butt tinkle there. I don't want to be the voice of doom, Rattus, but I'm going to be.
Oh, I like that.
It's not looking good for Jay here. 1 more ring and that Saracen will be up and at him.
Tick-tock! Your time is running out!
I really wish Death wouldn't do that. It's not helping. Well, this is it, his last attempt, and I think this low-down technique is not doing him any favours, is it, Rattus? Look how close his head is to
see
that.
what he's doing now.
He's
Oh, tinkling.
Saracen's up. I think we should probably cut away from this. It's going to get messy. And poor old Jay has absolutely had it. Welcome back. Welcome back. That was so close. But sadly, no year sphere. What was the most challenging thing about it?
Probably just trying to make yourself small enough to fit through.
Yeah, superb effort. It's the final round, so it's over to the Gory grid one last time to find out what we've got.
It's the Terrible Tudors.
No quirky quiz in our final round. It's straight on to our big all-play Tudor endgame. And it's a very silly one. Get down that time sewer. Go, 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 go.
Bye.
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 It's time to play
Who Ate All the Pies?
Henry VIII certainly liked pie. Your challenge is to feed him as many as possible. The person who gets the most pies in their Henry's mouth in the time limit wins the year sphere. Get ready then, because it's pie time. It's going to be Henry VIII who eats all the pies, isn't it, Rattus?
Absolutely right there, Dave. Pie, gravy and all.
Well, I say that. Judging by the way all those 3 pies fell short, maybe he won't be eating anything today.
Going to be going home hungry tonight, Dave.
I think you're absolutely right, Rattus. Not as many pies as usual, and this is why, frankly, some wild throwing going on here. It's a shame Henry can't move around in many ways. The bungee cords there, not very historically accurate, but terrifically amusing. The pieman's working hard as always. Terrific pieman, that. No vegetables in those pies, of course. Posh Tudors didn't eat vegetables.
Vegetables are delicious, as long as they're nice and rotten.
Henry, nothing yet. Absolutely starving.
Oh, no! As you speak.
As I say that, Ellie lands a pie.
30 seconds remaining.
Just 30 seconds remaining now, and thank goodness, because they're looking extremely tired. Ouch! They're getting about a quarter of the way up the lane now. Look at that. And no. It was a good throw. It was a very good throw. Oh, look at poor old Ellie. She is looking tired. She's looking tired, but maybe...
slippy-doo-dah.
Oh, she's slippy-doo-dah there, but maybe Ellie's done enough. You never know. You have to say, these guys are making history with their inability to feed poor old Henry.
Time's up.
Wow, a single pie wins it for Ellie. A very interesting final game there. Not that many pies going into Henry VIII's mouth, were there? In fact, there was 1 pie which went into Henry VIII's mouth that the winner of the last year sphere is Ellie. Help yourself, please, Ellie. This could be crucial. The last year sphere. There it goes, across. Put down with due reverence. Now it's time to count up those year spheres. And remember, AD dates are added and BC dates are subtracted. It's the moment of truth. So, let's have a look at your first year sphere, Ellie. 1605 AD. A nice start. The gunpowder plot, of course, was that year. Let's have a look at the second one. Oh, no! Oh, no! 2500 BC. Stones were added to Stonehenge round about then. Let's have a look at that third sphere. This could be vital. 1945 AD. Well, the end of the Second World War, of course, that year. That gets you well back into a positive score. The turn of this last sphere could be crucial. Let's have a look at it. No! 1341 BC. Tutankhamun became pharaoh that year. Well, Ellie, that has left you with a total of minus 291. But it's not necessarily all over. Jay, can you beat minus 291 with your sphere? Let's have a look. You can! 1854 AD, the beginning of the Crimean War, puts you in pole position. It's a straight fight between 1854 and whatever Calla has got in her year sphere. Let's have a look at it now. Let's see. This is for the game. Open it up, please. 1901 AD. Queen Victoria died that year, so today's winner with 1901 points is Calla. But she may well wish she hadn't won, because her prize, of course, has been fished out of a time sewer by Rattus Rattus.
Excuse me? Today's prize is excellent. A piece of undercover spy equipment from the Second World War that's worthy of James Bond himself.
Wow. Well, let me guess. Is it a pen that fires a laser?
Better.
It's not a watch you can drive a car with.
Better.
Is it a pair of glasses that turn into a helicopter?
No, it's a landmine disguised as a cowpat.
What? You can't give a landmine as a prize?
Yeah, I thought you'd say that, so that one's actually just a cowpat.
Brilliant. Well, congratulations, Calla. There you go. You lucky thing. So a smelly cowpat for Calla, and I'm afraid you two will also be getting caked in a bit of you-know-what, as you're getting flushed home through the time sewers. Oh, heavens. Off you go. You didn't know about this, did you? Go, 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 go. Enjoy yourself. I'm Dave Lamb. I certainly need a bit of a wash.
And I'm Rattus Rattus, and I never wash.
And you've been watching Gory Games. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
If mummies, rats and fleas ain't your thing, and you don't like the sound of an exploding king, if you're easily scared and don't laugh at poo, you better turn off, this show ain't for you. Still watching? Then let's test your brains with Horrible History's Gory Game. Horrible History's Gory.